What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jasmine J, and we are here at TechFest Live Pro Day at the Toyota Center. The team and I are going to walk around. We're going to interview attendees, panelists, organizers, exhibitors, all the people that's making this event what it is today. So stay tuned.
What's up, everybody? My name is Khalil Vinson. I'm the founder and CEO of TechFest Live. We're here at the Toyota Center with the Houston Rockets for STEM Go Pro Day. Right now we have some students shooting some free throws. They just got done listening to an amazing panel. So we're having a great time. But this is STEM Go Pro Day. The whole goal of STEM Go Pro Day is to get more students involved in technology, right? And so we're here giving them access, information, resources to the world of technology. Come join us.
Houston Council member of District 1. Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome to you all as well. I appreciate being honored to be here.
Yes.
I love seeing young folks being engaged in STEM, tech and innovation. So the work y'all are doing, you can always count on me, my team, to always be supportive. It's important specifically, right, because we're in the fourth largest city.
Yes.
We need to make sure our workforce is ready when it comes to tech and innovation. We have all the puzzles, right, whether it's a medical center, the port, we got oil and gas, we have spaceport, and so the work y'all are doing is really the most important work because you're talking to your young folks.
Definitely, definitely. So why do you feel like events like this is so important?
It's, again, young folks are really the crux of why we do what we do. The more that we can get them access to these resources, this information, this education, that we know that the city of Houston is going to be a healthy place for folks to be able to work, live, and thrive as well. And so 100% supportive, have an affinity for young folks to be empowered, to learn, be educated, and so this is more important than a lot of other work that I do.
Definitely.
A lot of the work that I really do. So.
Definitely. So this is my last question to you. How does the work that we are doing here with the youth and with STEM, how does that align with some of your goals and what you're doing in District 1?
So it's first and foremost, in order to have a healthy community, right, you need folks that are citizens that are all in. And
Yes.
what all in means, right, is you are able to have a good job, right? You're able to have a family structure that is supporting the community. And so when you're empowering folks to think about what their future steps are, you're helping me, the City of Houston, build a thriving Houston at the end of the day. And so it's 100% in alignment, right? And we'll continue to make sure that we support these efforts through and through.
Definitely. So on behalf of TechFest Live, CCN, and just the whole City of Houston, we appreciate all the work that you are doing for us in District 1.
It's an honor. It's a blessing.
Thank you.
All right, well, thank you for joining today. Like, what got you into a STEM career? What was a pivotal moment in your life that really kind of drew you to this career?
Yeah, so full disclosure, I'm not a developer. I've always kind of had an interest in tech, so I've dabbled on my own. But it was a little bit of a winding road. So I first was covering stocks as an analyst on Wall Street. That kind of took me to another job where I worked in private equity, where I realized that I kind of wanted to go this entrepreneurship route. And I spoke to a successful business owner, and he suggested that I get into sales. So I kind of knew technology was kind of taking over. So I'm like, I know I want something that's going to be tech or tech enabled. And now I have this direction of I should go into sales. And so I found a technology company and joined them in the sales role. So again, I'm not a developer, so you couldn't apply there as a developer, but there's always something around that ecosystem that's available to you, even if you're not a coder. What you do need to be able to do is be technologically curious, right? So that you can at least learn what can technology do and how can it help you. And so that took me down a route where I eventually joined my friend who started the Zig. So he had started as a side project. He thought it had something that had potential. He's a developer, and so it just so happened that our skill sets were complementary. And so I joined him at the Zig, and we turned it into its real company. And so we've been doing that since 2019, and it's been a fun ride. So yeah, we're excited to be doing what we're doing.
Excellent. So in technology, there is the technology side, but there's also the business side.
Yep,
so you
exactly.
see your side, you're on the business side of technology.
Yeah, so what I do is, so my friend, like I said, worked at Microsoft. We're a Microsoft partner, so that's what we do. We help businesses with data and AI. He handles the traditional technology. He manages the team of developers, and I manage the sales and then also client delivery. So sales is kind of self-explanatory, but client delivery is basically being able to translate what the developers are saying and make sure that it's matching up with what the client wants. And so I'm talking to both sides and make sure that what we're building and what is going to be what they're getting. But also being able to be realistic with the client and say, look, you're asking for this. I know in your mind it maybe sounds like it's a one-day thing. It's actually going to take 2 weeks, and here's why, right? Yeah. So again, I have a high-level understanding of the tech to the point where I can explain that kind of situation to the client.
Yeah. Well, as in on the business side of technology, how would you recommend students approach kind of in what you do in your contribution in technology, kind of more on the business side? What advice would you give to students today?
So one, for sure, at a minimum, play around with the tech. Again, you need to be able to know what it can do and what it can't do. So what it can't do comes into play a lot, actually, when you're talking to the business side and they want to do something. Look, generative AI is like the big thing right now, but for certain problems, it's not the best solution. It's overkill. There's, if you go, we've had predictive AI for a while. So if you're doing something e-commerce and you want to be able to predict what the next person, I put this in my shopping cart, what else might I like? That problem's solved already. So there's no reason to use generative AI. That's going to be a waste of your money. So know what it's good at, know what it's not good at. And then what was the other part of the question?
I forgot. What advice would you give to students today to explore a career on the business side of IT?
So what else would I do? So, and then I would practice communicating tech concepts to non-technical people. So I challenge that. I have 3 sisters. They're they're not into tech. So that I challenge myself. Hey, there's this new concept. There's this new thing I want to be able to talk to clients about. I go to them first and I say, here's what this does. Does this make sense or does it not make sense? So I practice it like that. I think anyone can kind of do that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, last question from TechFest Live perspective. Why is it important for you to be here at TechFest Live?
I'm a native Houstonian, so I think I have a little bit of a vested interest in Houston being seen as a tech hub. So anything I can do to support that, I'm kind of game. But I also remember being in their shoes as a high school student. I was the first person in my family to go to college. So I remember just being like completely lost. I had no idea what I was going to do. If you asked me back then to be able to predict the path that I've gone through and where I am now, I would have had no way to be able to guess that. So I think it's almost viewing my younger self and saying, you know what, I wish I had someone that could have given me some advice on how to approach the next 2, 3, 4 years of my career. Yeah. And so that's kind of what that's kind of part of the inspiration of coming here and speaking. Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
All right,
Appreciate
perfect.
it. Yeah. Mr. Charles Stein, thank you for joining us today and participating in TechFest Live as one of the panelists. We had great conversation. Yeah. I would love to hear from you about what was a pivotal moment in your career. What is your interest in STEM and kind of thinking back, what was a pivotal moment in your career that sort of got you here?
I would say a pivotal moment that got me here was the opportunity to join a different group that was separate from where I was already working. I was working in marketing for a telecommunications company, and I had the opportunity to move to the policy side and work in government relations. And although I didn't know a lot about how bills and laws process through the government to make sure that the digital divide got closed, that changed as soon as I joined the organization and actually had the opportunity to advocate for the passage of a constitutional amendment in the state of Texas to close the digital divide. So the pivotal moment for me was actually the pandemic. It changed the size of the business group that I was in. And so there was a bit of musical chairs and we had to find somewhere else to make an impact. And government relations is where I found my best impact so far in my career.
It's amazing. Thank you. What advice might you give to kids today just getting started in their career? Like how can they how might they explore that type of career? What advice would you give them?
If I was talking to a kid, because I'm looking at you, but if I was talking to a kid, I would say it's really rare for someone to have one career and to come out of high school into that career or come out of college into that career. So the advice that I would give is to meet as many people as you can in the organization that you're in. Get curious about what your coworkers do and what people in other departments do, just so you can have a knowledge of what's out there. And then when you learn about something that's interesting, apply that interest into some sort of certification or something that demonstrates to others that you have the skills to make an impact in that area too.
So it's interesting. It's interesting about the human perspective. We're talking about technology,
Right.
but you're talking about the human perspective.
Right.
Why are you here today? Why is TechFest Live important for you?
Yeah, so Khalil Vinson is a dear friend of mine. When I heard about what he was doing with TechFest Live, I was interested. And when I was invited to speak on the panel, I cleared my schedule to make it happen because he creates technology opportunities that show students what's possible outside of the classroom. And that's really what I needed the most. It's not so straightforward trying to learn what you want to do in your career. And the thing that got me closer to fulfilling my purpose and to making a difference in the world just outside of my job, it was those relationships, was those mentors, and people giving me a perspective of something that I hadn't experienced yet. So I'm here to deliver the message back to youth. Here's what's going on in the world of work, and here's some skills like relationship building that you can take with you, whether it's STEM or something else you decide to do.
Perfect. Thank you for your time today.
I appreciate you, Bryce.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, Amber, for joining us today. What advice would you give a student today to get into the career in STEM?
Ooh, well, first of all, thank you for having us. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm happy to be here. And I love that question. I think that's a great question that stays in the forefront of everyone's mind as we continue to grow, right? In STEM, as you see, there's ebbs and flows, things will transition, you'll have emerging technologies. So I think the advice that I would say is the best for young adults or young people that are looking at getting into STEM is learning those fundamentals, really, digging deep, whether it's coding or the networking side of things, and then as you grow, going into those niche, areas and specialties, but really having the foundation and the fundamentals down so that it makes it easy for you to have to just take that step, right?
Yeah.
And we're here on the basketball court, so I'm going to say to pivot into what your next thing is. So I would say that's the best advice that I can give a young adult entering STEM now, especially with the ever-changing and ever-evolving world of technology.
Yeah. Can you think back, was there like a pivotal moment in your upbringing and your early career that kind of got you into, that took you to your journey today?
Ooh, yeah, pivotal moment. So funny enough, I actually started my career in pre-med. So I went to school, I was like, oh yeah, pre-med. But this goes back to why career exploration is so important because my thought when I was that age was, hey, I get to save lives, right? I was like, oh, that's great. There's the other side to being a doctor or being in the medical field, right? I might have to tell people bad news. Ooh, I wasn't gonna be good at that. That wasn't gonna be good for me. I think I would have had it sit on my chest way too much. So big shout out to doctors.
Yeah.
But I think that was a pivotal moment for me. And at that time, my mom came home. She had been talking to a coworker, and there was a CCNA networks book, right, from Cisco. And she was like, hey, well, you enjoy learning and exploring and digging deep and asking a lot of questions. I've always been that kid that asks a lot of questions. Do you think technology would be a route for you? So I started looking through it, ended up transitioning there, and almost transitioned again. Right at my last year of college, I was like, again, career exploration. I don't want to do this. I want to go be a dentist. And then my mom was like, oh, you made it this far. Like, just continue to go and finding your niche, right? Because I think I was thinking, oh, well, all I can do is just sit down and code, right? But what about this other aspect of me, this creative aspect or the more talkative aspect of me? And then that's when I learned, oh, but there's so many more things to do. So I think that was really those two moments. in my beginning career of noticing that, and then kind of towards the end there of my time in school where that popped up as a question again. And then from there I have pivoted several times and thankfully flourished, and each step has brought me to where I am today, and it's really a full circle. So it's always nice to kind of see how that goes.
Sure. Well, what does TechFest Live mean to you? Why are you here today?
TechFest Live, I hold TechFest Live so close to my heart. Big shout out to the CEO and founder, Khalil Vinson, for putting all of this together, because again, I think it is wonderful to give young adults this opportunity to understand what's out there, right? It is not so easy, and I was just talking to someone about that. It's like, okay, even if you might know what you want to go to school for, there's still a whole nother world once you graduate of figuring out how to navigate through the world of your career. So being here today is very special to me. I hold it close to my heart, and I'm very happy to have this opportunity because I believe that organizations like this that are uplifting youth and also plugging into opportunities with professionals like yourself and myself here today, and the rest of the wonderful panelists we had, is just a phenomenal effort to get behind, and I am excited to see everything and everywhere that TechFest Live goes, and the hearts that they touch and the kids that they inspire.
That's great. Well, that's why we're here, and it's great to just bump shoulders with people like you and the passion that you bring. So thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. All right. Well, welcome today. Thank you for joining the panel, and we're excited to have you. You brought a lot of great wisdom.
Thank you.
If you had a piece of advice to offer a student to enter into your career, from your career path, what advice might you offer to help people get to explore a similar career?
First of all, just know that it's not going to be linear. My career has gone all over the place, and it makes sense to me, but it might not make sense to everybody. But one of the things I told the students is be flexible. And it really was around not picking a job and saying, I want that job, but picking a career path that is exciting and gives you challenges and gives you tools for your tool belt. I think this set of students need to understand that they're not just competing from a local level, they're competing on a global level. And so it's important to have a lot of different skill sets. It's important to have a lot of different experiences, and that's both learned and also just practical experience. And so I think just being flexible and not saying I want one thing is super important. I wanted to be an accountant. That's all I ever wanted to be, and now I am nowhere near that. But it was a foundation for a phenomenal career, in my opinion, where I've traveled the world and I've seen a lot of different things and in industries that I never thought I would be in because I was flexible. And so I think that's the biggest key and a piece of advice that I give to students.
Perfect. Well, and in your career, I think you may have touched on it just a little bit, but what would be a pivotal moment in your career that sort of that tells that narrative, that story of how you got here?
I think it was when I met one of my mentors, or when I was speaking with one of my mentors. I met her. She was a Japanese communications major, but she was our CFO. And I was asking her similar questions to what the students ask, is like, how did you get here? She was a Japanese communications major, but she was running a $1 billion business as the CFO. And that's just not something you think of when you're talking about career paths. And I said, how did you get there? And she said, I never went for the job. I went for the strategic priority and the challenge. And that changed my whole way of looking at my career. It was not, I want to be the senior vice president or the vice president of this. It was like, I want these kinds of challenges because it would get me, all kinds of different areas. I think that was one of them. And the other one was, as I'm a sports background, it was when I started working on a project, at the NFL to get more diversity in the ownership ranks, not necessarily from a demographic perspective, but also from a financial perspective. So, it sort of looked one kind of way in the background of what a team owner looked like, and they wanted, not necessarily all PE firms or not necessarily all different types of business men and women. They wanted to have a variety of type of business men and women, as well as different backgrounds as well. And so I started learning, wait a minute, this is how you create generational wealth? And that really shifted my mindset later on in my career to say, you can not only just be an employee, but you can also be sort of in that ownership box. And that was significant. And she just ran right through right there. No, but it's that flexibility that you talk about, but it's really around that pivotal moment of just changing my thought process of not only employee, but how do I own? So that's when I started getting equity in companies. That's when I started investing in companies. That's when I started really advising companies and being on corporate boards as well. So 2 pivotal moments in my career.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, what does TechFest Live mean to you? Why are you here today?
So I am the CEO of Houston Exponential, and that is really trying to get Greater Houston on the map for tech and innovation. We are a fantastic region with a lot of potential, but a lot of different innovations that come out of this region. And I truly believe all of the people that I work with from an adult perspective are phenomenal. They are phenomenal. We have talent, people that are doing 3D hearts. We got people who are doing limbs that are going to do amazing different things. We have a lot of talent, but it really starts with our youth. They're our pipeline. All the things that we're doing from a professional level, that's not going to help me. That's going to help my child. And so it's like people like Khalil and what they're doing with TechFest Live is paving the pathway for these young students to be the next me, to be the next you, to be better than both of us, but together. And so having these opportunities to work with the students is just absolutely fantastic. So anything TechFest Live does, I'm there because I truly believe that if I could sing, I'd say it like Whitney, that the children are our future.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
Absolutely.
We really appreciated your wisdom that you've contributed.
Hopefully I contributed something.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us today and being a part of the panel. You contributed a lot of wisdom and insights today. But we wanted to take time to ask you the question, like, what advice would you give a student to explore a career similar to a path that maybe you found?
Yes, so in terms of tech, which is, I work for Prescolis, an organization that provides tuition-free tech training. So if individuals are interested in a career in tech, I would say start with something like a ONET to do some career exploration to find out what's out there. And then also there are different platforms that offer free tech training like Coursera, Udemy. You can get on LinkedIn Learning as well. Those are ways that we can explore and get different types of training. If they're interested in coming to a Prescolis, they can go to prescolis.org and follow the application process there as well.
Okay, excellent. And in terms of your career and your exploration, what would you say was a pivotal moment in kind of the journey of what got you here today?
Yeah, I would say 3 things: purpose, people, and platform. So purpose, what am I passionate about? Like, what would I do even if I didn't get paid for it? That's what helps me identify my purpose in terms of my compass. And then people, having access to social capital, which a lot of us do not recognize until later on down the line. But it's important to have access to social capital in order to help open doors for individuals, create opportunities as well. And we have to be open to meeting different people that come from different backgrounds. And so I would say that would be a critical aspect as well.
Okay, excellent. Well, what does TechFest Live mean to you? Like, why are you here today?
Oh, yes. Khalil Vinson, I commend the work that he's doing. I'm very passionate about youth. Actually, long back way when, in the beginning of my career, I worked in youth development. And my first job, because I work in workforce development, providing training in tech, my workforce development job, I created my first curriculum in workforce development. And being able to continue that work and staying connected to youth is really important to me because youth are our now and they are our future, and early exposure is important. So I want to help people with as many tools and resources and access as I possibly can. And so that's what TechFest means to me. It's exposure, it's access, and I just want to support this whole mission.
Perfect. Well, thank you for joining us today.
All right, hey y'all, it's Nikki with CC Network. We are here at TechFest Live, and who is joining me right now?
First interview is Kyle from Manville High School, and I'm in 11th grade.
All right, Kyle, what brings you here to TechFest?
So our school, Manville High School, we're here to present our projects. It's NASA Hunch project, and then we have to present in front of everyone that comes by, all the students, everyone.
Oh, nice. So what role did you play in this project?
So I'm more of a volunteer, but my project, or my group, we have to build a satellite that has to orbit around the Earth, but has a bunch of energy, collect energy. And we do it through solar energy. And then whenever we were coming up with the project, I felt like I was more of the brainstorming person. And whenever we needed ideas, I would also research it. And then many tools like AI, you know, and chatbots that really helped me.
Oh, that's interesting. All of these words scare me because they're going over my head. So is the tech world something you're interested in your future?
For sure, especially with the new coming of technology with AI. And I see like just me being able to take advantage of it to the fullest extent.
Man, I love that for you. I love that you have a passion for it. I can see how excited you are about it. And I just want to say thank you for what you're doing in your generation and keep up the good work, okay?
Of course.
All right, have a good one.
Thank you.
All right, hey, what's up, y'all? This is your girl, Shell, here with CC Network. And I'm here with...
Darion Denard, Manville High School, 12th grade.
Okay, Manville in the house, South Side.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
so,
ma'am.
What's going on? What you doing out here in Tech Fest?
So basically, I'm with Mr. Smith, my engineering teacher. He's been my engineering teacher for 4 years. Yes, ma'am. And we just here with our NASA Hunts projects that we've been doing all year. So basically, my group was tasked with making a ejecting robot, which is a robot that can land on the moon and take pictures and roll around and take pictures. Yes,
oh, that's nice.
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
cool. All right, so what brought you to like loving, I guess, STEM? Like,
so at first, when I was transferring from middle school to high school, you know, it was something that was like cool to me, you know, kind of cool to take, you know, but Miss Smith definitely brought a lot of like a real love for it, like for me to actually do it. So I just thank Miss Smith for it the most, my engineering teacher, to me.
Listen, shout out to Miss Smith.
Yes,
shout out.
Yes,
we appreciate the teachers, education, out here repping outside here at Toyota Center Tech Fest. And I appreciate you for coming out and talking with us.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So last thing, what are you the most excited about being here?
To be honest, just getting inspired and inspiring others, to be honest. Yes, ma'am. That's it.
All right, so we appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate y'all.
All right.
All right, y'all, it's Nikki, and I am back with, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Tamir Curry.
Hi, Tamir. Where are you from, and how old are you?
I'm right here from downtown Houston, and I'm 18.
What school are you attending?
Manville High School, over there in Manville, Texas.
I see Manville is holding it down here at the Tech Fest Live. Yeah, so what are you doing here today?
Today I'm here to actually present my project from NASA Hunch. I did the lunar ejecting robot.
Nice. What part did you play in there? Because you know, when you do group projects, they either rely on one or everybody pull their part.
I'm the rely on the one.
Oh, okay.
I'm the rely on the one. Basically, you know, I held it down. I'm the team leader, so you know, I help a lot with creating the website, the brochures, you know, the poster board to make sure, because the documentation is the most important part of our project, for sure.
Yes, ma'am. I'm very proud to hear that. We always love leaders, especially with this generation.
Oh, yes,
I
ma'am.
appreciate what you're doing. So what interests you about tech?
What interests me about tech, I love technology, and like it actually started off with me starting my own business with cameras. I have my own business with videography, so like, and I've done a lot of different types of videos, and that's what interested me. I'm like just from cars, phones, you know, cameras, anything with tech. Like I love creating, vlogs, doing content. Like, you know, I don't want to be out there, but I love doing the behind the scenes work. Like that's what interests me the most.
I can hear your passion in what you talk. So last question, what's your dream job? What would you love to do?
My dream job, I want to go work to be a welder. But my dream job, like, you know, I want to have multiple incomes. I don't just want to have one job. So while being a welder, I also want to be a freelance videographer for sure.
Yes, ma'am. All right, I love that. Well, definitely congratulations to you and your school for being here with your project, and I wish you the best in everything that you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shout out to my mom and dad.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your girl, Shell, and I'm here with CC Network at Tech Fest Live, and I have my friend here. What is your name, hun?
Ayabosa.
Okay, how old are you, and where are you from?
I'm 16, and I'm from Houston, Texas.
Okay, so what brings you to Tech Fest Live?
My school, we did like this a NASA Hunch project, and our project was a NASA CubeSat satellite panel deployer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what part did you play in that?
I mean, I did most of the research. I did like the creation of the trifold poster board, the brochures, and the website, and our website too.
Okay, nice. So my question is, since you're here, what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the game, honestly.
Okay, to the game. Shout out to the game. Cool. All right, I have one more last question for you. Why tech? Why STEM?
I really enjoy math. I really love math, actually. I really want to become an architectural engineer too, because I love architecture. So.
Okay, nice. Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for being here, and looking forward to you for just all the great things you're gonna do.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Nikki, and I'm back with.
Hi, my name is Haley Kroom.
All right, thank you so much for being here and doing this interview with us. Now, please tell me, what brings you to TechFest Live today?
Yes, so I am a part of Manville High School NASA Hunch program.
Okay.
And with this, NASA gives us a problem, we find solutions. So we're here to present those solutions as well as network with different students and professionals.
Okay, so what STEM career excites you the most?
Mechanical engineering.
And why is that?
I've always been involved in like problem solving. I found innovation like really interesting. It's something about making an idea and turning it into something that's reality. Okay. So I've always like everything I've done from my extracurriculars to my classes, everything's always been STEM. So even like producing music in STEM, yeah.
What grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
So what's your next step in life? Is it going into TechFest Live career?
Maybe. I'm going for mechanical engineering at LSU. So we'll see.
Oh, that's dope. Congratulations. Well, thank you so much for your time. And I am looking forward to what your future may hold.
Thank you.
Hey, I am back here, Shell, with CC Network at TechFest Live. And I have here
Eliana Almuete.
Cool. So what grade are you in and what brings you to TechFest?
I'm a senior at Manville High School, and I'm here at TechFest Live because I'm part of the engineering and design development classroom at Manville High School. So it's kind of like our capstone engineering class. And our teacher, Mr. Smith, he provided us with the opportunity of presenting our projects here at TechFest Live.
First of all, shout out to Mr. Smith. I've been hearing that name all day. Manville in the building, okay? So what makes you love tech, like STEM? Is it something that you want to go forward with in your future?
Yeah, it's definitely something I want to go forth with. So when I was younger, I wasn't really that into STEM, but I actually had a math tutor. He was an aerospace engineer, and the way he talks about and explained math was like, it was like a language he kind of like understood really well, and the way that he explained it to me made me want to understand it. So coming into high school, that kind of motivated me to go into STEM, and I found that I really enjoyed the different innovation possibilities that I was able to discover.
Listen, STEM is the future, y'all. Right here in the building of the Toyota Center. And I have one more last question. What are you looking forward to today here?
At TechFest Live, I think I'm most excited for, meeting all the different industry professionals, but also all the different students that are in the STEM field, and I'm excited to hear about some of the insight from them and their experience.
Okay, we'll give a shout out, and we're going to end off real quick.
Shout out to Mr. Smith, shout out to TechFest Live for providing this amazing opportunity for students and also for the amazing individuals here.
All right, that's what's up. So thank you for having me.
Of course.
I appreciate for being here, and I appreciate you for being here. So, yay! We are back here at TechFest Live. It's your girl Shell here with CC Network, and what do we have here? Who do we have here?
Hi, my name is Hannah Baker. I work for Perscolis, and I'm the manager of recruitment and admissions there.
Okay, awesome. So, what brings you to TechFest Live?
Well, we're all about making sure that people have technology training at no cost to them. We especially want to be able to affect people in the Houston community. So working with TechFest Live, Khalil, and being able to bring our programs to people, and especially young people, is really helpful because it gives them an opportunity to be real consumers of their education. They can come to us, get no-cost tech training, and then we can help them find a job in the tech field or industry. I like to say we give them all the tools to build the house. So we help them with their LinkedIn profile, their resume, as well as that technical training. So being able to get out and touch the community is really helpful.
That is awesome. So how long have you guys been doing this, and what is the major effect here?
Yeah, so Perscolis has actually been around for 30 years. We started in New York. Our Houston campus is a baby. We're almost 3 years old, but we are able to open our doors to 100 learners every year starting this year, offering 4 different training tracks.
That is amazing. So what is, I guess, the big picture of having all these kids here? Like, what you looking forward to for today?
Yeah, I think the interaction with them, finding out what it is that they want to do in the future, learning about their college admissions. I got to speak with one student who was telling me about her mechanical engineering, and then also opening their eyes to what other options they have in order to help them and their families make thriving wages.
This is amazing. And where are you specifically located? Like, what's your main campus?
So our main campus is downtown Houston. We're located in the Ion District. It's 4201 Main Street. There's other companies like Microsoft that are there, but we're housed there, and that's our main campus.
Well, awesome. We appreciate you for being here, and give a major shout out before we head out.
Thank you, everybody at TechFest Live. We appreciate you and your partnership, and this is Hannah from Perscolis.
And do you have any social media that we can follow, or you want things to shout out as well?
Absolutely. So you can find our national page on our Instagram and our TikTok, and then our local campus has a LinkedIn and a Facebook.
Awesome. So thank you for being here, and enjoy the rest of TechFest Live.
Thank you.
What's up, y'all? It's Nikki back with CC Network, and I am here with Miss
Darshayla Lewis.
Miss Darshayla, who are you and what company are you representing today?
Yeah, I was going to give you my full rundown, but I was like, let me wait for the question.
It's all good.
My name is Darshayla Lewis. I am a freshman admissions counselor from Houston Christian University, 20 minutes down the street. Love the commute today. I work with incoming freshmen, so high school seniors, all over Houston, all over the state of Texas, to get them into our school if that's what they want to do. So I serve ISD such as Pasadena, Spring, Lamar Consolidated. I start squinting because it gets a little hazy. Houston area charter school, so all the charter schools over the entire city, as well as East Texas, West Texas, and the Panhandle.
Okay.
So yes.
How did your organization get here today at TechFest Live?
That's a great question. So that's a good question, because I came to TechFest Live in November.
Okay.
So that was like my first stab at it. I don't know. We just kind of got a flyer or a link or email somewhere. I'm like the residential STEM counselor. We all recruit for all students all over everywhere, but I'm like the STEM one for the visits. So I got the link, and now I'm here.
Okay.
Round 2.
What excites you the most about being here today?
So one of the charter schools that's here, they're actually like 10 minutes from us, and they had no idea. I was like, guys, come on, what are we doing? So it's always fun just to get to educate them. We have a lot of first generation students, so being able to educate them about college in general, making them believe that it's a possibility for them, especially as a private institution. It can feel really unattainable, but we are very adamant about making sure that they come on campus, that they sit down with somebody like me, sit down with somebody who can, encourage them and let them know all the possibilities that are waiting for them at HCU.
Thank you. And this generation especially need people like that. So we definitely appreciate you. And, it's always good to have somebody to look up to, a good mentor. So thank you for what you're doing, because we know it's not easy. These kids are hard-headed. Okay.
I wouldn't say hard-headed. I would just say, it's different when you grow up on TikTok.
That's true.
It's different, because I'm at the back end of Gen Z, so I can relate to some of them. But they just need some encouragement. They just need some encouragement.
And that's why they need people like you.
Me and my team, we just pray, and we see what the Lord has to say.
Okay. What skills or knowledge do you feel like it's important for for students trying to figure out if they want to continue on a lifestyle in the STEM world?
Okay, so the biggest thing, ironically, is, do you like math? So we work very closely with the art, college of science and engineering, our professors. And so especially that engineering side, you're talking about calculus 1, 2, 3, stuff I don't even know.
You're right.
So it's very important, I think, to make that distinction. Do you like math? And also, but don't let that be a deterrent.
Right.
Because we, at our school, we have tutoring, you'll be fine. But I think we always ask them, what do you want to do? Where do you see yourself? And if they're just I just like to build and tinker with stuff, then let's do it. I think the biggest thing is just letting them know, you're gonna hit some hard points, but you're gonna learn a lot of, we call it soft skills, so collaboration. And as a future STEM student, you're gonna be on a team. Gotcha. You know, you can't build anything by yourself.
Right.
Whether it's here or wherever, physically, a building, whatever, you can't do anything by yourself.
Right.
So it's the soft skills of communication, collaboration, critical thinking, budgeting, believe it or not. So it's a lot of great opportunities, I would say, but math.
I got you.
It's very important.
Okay,
Yes.
so last question, kind of the end of what you said will kind of tie into this. What advice would you have given your younger self?
I feel like I'm not that, you know, I'm still learning a lot right now, guys. I'm not that old. But just believe in yourself. Same thing.
Right on.
I've been through college already. I'm getting my master's right now. But even like with like the more creative side of things, because I'm like a bookworm. I'm a bookworm. I really am. I'm like a little introverted, believe it or not. But just believe in yourself.
I got
you can
that.
do it. If God gave you the vision, run with it.
Amen. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's much needed. And I didn't mean it as if you're old, but you know, sometimes you learn a lesson about 3 years ago. And you
I could give you a lesson from last week.
Exactly. But thank you for being here. Thank you for what you're doing, especially with the students, and just continue to inspire them. And you have a wonderful evening today at
Thank
TechFest
y'all.
Live.
Thank y'all so much for having me.
Thank you. What's up, cultivators? It's Nikki, and I am back with
Ellie Martinez from Grind Basketball.
All right, so tell us about Grind Basketball.
Yeah, so I'm head of hardware there. Grind Basketball is a sports technology company based out of here, Houston, Texas. And our flagship product is the development of the first portable shooting rebound machine. So if you're training your shots, you're taking your shots up, tired of chasing your rebounds, you know, you get these automated machines, but usually they're super bulky and very big. We're the first one that fits in the trunk of your car, fits in a garage, powered by air. It can hit you free throw, mid-range, 3 points, and then all the angles on the key as well. So check us out, grindbasketball.com.
Oh, that is lovely. As a hooper from back in the day.
There you go.
I would have loved something like that.
No. Once a hooper, always a hooper.
Sure. Yeah, I'm a little rusty, but you know, I'm never losing those skills.
Couple calibration shots, you'll be up.
Yeah. So what brings you out here to TechFest Live
Yeah,
today?
so man, being from the students, you know, obviously we designed and built the machine, invented it, I guess, from the ground up, right? So always encouraging students that if they got ideas to always pursue them, right?
Agreed. So let's continue with that. What advice would you give students nowadays who are trying to get into the STEM field?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. So honestly, you know, really leveraging the community around you, whether it's teachers or parents or even your friends. If one of y'all have a crazy idea, don't just laugh at it and, you know, take it for granted. Like, if y'all got ideas, y'all got dreams, pursue them to the best of your ability. You never know what door will open. If we didn't take the leap, we never would have gone to Shark Tank. We never would have been featured on Forbes, MSNBC, right? Pharrell Williams is with us now. So all these things, right, that if I just would have laughed at it, it would have never happened. So I'll definitely encourage you, whatever that idea is itching in the back of your head, it can be real and it can change the world.
All right, I love that. We appreciate you. Continue to do what you're doing for the students and the new generation of future hoopers.
Absolutely. I'm an engineer turned hooper, right? So I'm converted. So I'm with y'all.
So how's the conversion been going?
Good. I think my shooting percentage is about 82%, so I need to keep working at it. That isn't bad, but for real players, that's like I can get up there.
You feel like the machine helped you with that?
I am not only the inventor of the machine, I am its first client.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. You enjoy the rest of TechFest.
Thank you so much, guys. Take care.
Hey everybody, I am back, Shell here over at CCN, here with our friend
Sterling Mark.
All right, nice to meet you. What are you doing here at TechFest Live?
Well, for me, I have an educational company that provides social and emotional learning, financial literacy, and entrepreneurship resources for middle school and high school students, and so it's the perfect opportunity to be able to have outreach and make an impact on middle school students who aspire to be in tech and education.
Okay, nice. So have any kids talked to you about entrepreneurship and finance lately?
Yes, they're very interested. You know, and some of the things I always share with them is going to start with the mentality and the mindset. And so for me, no matter what industry you're going in, that emotional and social intelligence is what's key. And that's why that's my bridge part and how I become that connector.
Okay. My question here is, what is one solid advice would you give to one of these kids out there today?
My solid advice would be to really do your research. Research. AI is going to have an impact on every industry, so you're now at the age where you can research all of the companies that you aspire to one day pursue and identify the way that AI is going to impact it and get an early start on learning and gaining the skills necessary to be innovative in your space.
That is amazing. That is amazing. So my question with you and your connection with Tech STEM, what brings you two together?
Well, what brings me two together is I am the emotional connection. And I say that because, again, no matter what industry you're in, you're going to have a level of professionalism as well as emotional intelligence. And so for me, I provide that for students no matter what industry they're going in, but most importantly for tech, because it can, if you don't have the right mindset and mentality to stay innovative and keep a growth mindset, you know, just like in any other industry, can become, you know, daunting at any point. So I like to build that emotional intelligence and make sure that we're preparing our leaders for the next phase of their life.
Awesome. So what are you looking forward to the most? Like, what are you the most excited about being here?
I mean, just seeing the kids' faces light up. We got some amazing vendors here. I mean, I've seen some companies and some products here that I'm amazed by, right? So just seeing them be able to look at all of these products and spark new creativity, that's exactly what we're here for.
Well, that is awesome. So the last thing I want to ask is just to give a shout out where people can find you and just speak up on that.
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram at Sterling Empowerment, LinkedIn, Sterling Mark, Sterling Empowerment. Also, you can reach me by email, info@sterlingempowerment.com.
Well, we appreciate you, so thank you for coming out and looking forward to more here at Tech Fest Live.
Thank you for having me.
What's up, cultivators? It's your girl Nikki. I'm back here at Tech Fest Live, and I am joined by
Darius Daniels.
Darius Daniels. What brings you here to Tech Fest Live?
I am currently on a field trip with students from KIPP, Sharpstown College Prep.
Okay, and what do you do at KIPP?
I am a theater teacher.
Okay. Is this your everyday theater itself, or is this for today's field trip?
I'm pretty animated in my classroom.
Okay.
But I figured because I'm outside of the room, I'm gonna give them a little more casual me.
Okay. Why do you think it's important for your students to be here today?
I think it's important because of the vast variety of opportunities this kind of event shows them. I feel like especially when you are stuck in the same rooms for an extended period of time throughout the week, you kind of feel limited in a sense. It's true. Like, yes, you hear a lot of teachers like me and other leaders tell you, hey, you have these opportunities, you have all of this, it's in your mind, it starts there and it goes out, but actively taking them out of the classroom and giving them this experience to see professionals in this setting, I feel like it really helps it stick, that idea for them.
Okay. What's an important skill set or a piece of knowledge that you feel like it's important for students to have that want to continue in the STEM world?
I think overall, most importantly, you need humility. And self-discipline. That was a big one that some of the leaders actually spoke on. I think without self-discipline, you're not going to be able to help yourself and help other people. And I think without humility, you're not going to be grounded in terms of having a bigger purpose besides yourself.
I like that. Well, I just want to say thank you for what you're doing for the younger generation. Thank you for being here at Tech Fest. And I just have one more question. What advice would you give to your younger self?
I would tell my younger self to embrace yourself a lot more.
I love that.
I feel like especially kids anywhere, at any age, a lot of them feel pressure to fit the norm, to fit in a box. Unfortunately for me growing up, I was always outside of the box. I was a black sheep. So had I accepted that earlier and I had really owned it and made it my own strength, I think I would be in bigger opportunities and I would be in bigger places.
Well, thank you for sharing that, but I thank you for being you, and I thank you for realizing that when you did, because here you are now.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your time today, and you have a wonderful day here at TechFest Live.
You too.
What's up, cultivators? I am here at TechFest Live, and tell us who's joining me today.
My name is Anthony, I'm 17.
Okay.
My name is Steven and I'm 16.
All right, what school are y'all attending?
We're from Cape Charleston College Prep.
Both of y'all attend there?
Yeah.
Okay, what is the most exciting part that y'all have experienced today here at TechFest Live?
Teacher in the basketball court.
What about for you? Same answer?
It'll be LeBron, yeah.
Is this your first time here at the Toyota Center?
Yeah.
So you first time here and you got to go to the court. I'm jealous. Yeah. I've never been on the court. Okay, so what interests you about the STEM Fest and the Tech Fest Live? Is it a career that you want to go into later on?
Maybe computer engineering or, yeah, that's what I like.
Okay, what about for you?
I would like to do mechanical engineering.
Okay. So have you guys already started like looking at schools that interest you guys in that field?
I haven't, but next year for sure.
Yes, you should start because you never know. Ideas change. You can go out. You have time to visit the schools that you want. Right? So one more thing. What advice would you give to people who's considering being in the STEM Fest or in the STEM field? Like what would you say? They'd be like, hey man, this is where you need to be.
Just follow yourself, follow your dreams. It's gonna take you where you want to go.
I mean, the same thing he said, it's fun and you should follow your dreams.
Okay. Well, thank y'all so much for being here today. Good luck with everything that you guys are doing, okay?
Thank you.
All right. What's up, cultivators? It's your girl, Nikki, and I am here with...
Khalil John.
Khalil?
Khalil, yeah.
It's nice to meet you, Khalil. What brings you here to Tech Fest?
Well, I came here with my school, Manville.
Okay.
We're here demonstrating a project that we've been working on for NASA for the whole school year. I just transferred in, so I'm really just getting used to it. But you know, it's nice being here. Yeah.
So it's been a good transition.
Yeah.
Where you came from?
I came from Heights.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I got you. So what interests you the most in the STEM field?
I do plan on becoming a mechanical engineer.
Okay.
So I do want to work on cars when I get older. So I feel like taking this class, it does help me help with design and stuff like that. So I feel like that it could help me in my future.
Okay. What advice would you give to somebody who's considering coming to Tech Fest next year?
I would say that you would enjoy it, especially if you're interested in that field. Like if you're really interested in doing this in your future, I would say this is a great place to be at. Okay.
And what has been your most exciting part about being here?
The people. The people for sure. Meeting new people is a great thing. As you meet new people, you'll get those connections with people in the future. So having those connections and meeting those new people is a great thing.
Okay, well, I love that. Thank you for spending time with us today, and good luck in anything that you're doing in life.
Thank you. You as
All
well.
right, thank you. What's up, cultivators? We are here at the Toyota Center for Tech Fest Live, and who am I joined by?
Xavier Hollingsworth.
All right, Xavier, what brings you here to Tech Fest today?
We came here to present our NASA Hunt solutions that NASA had gave us. So basically, my group over here has done the ejecting robot.
Okay.
And we was mainly just presenting that and giving out to the people who don't really know much about it.
Okay.
And looking more for networking.
Okay. What was your favorite part about the project that y'all had to do?
Probably really overcoming the struggles. I don't know, it is hard, but it's also fun at the same time, challenging yourself with different solutions. I don't know, it's just having the determination and drive to keep going, even though it's mainly impossible. But at the same time, these all are problems that NASA gave you, and they're not really expecting you to actually get it or understand it. But yeah, that's pretty much,
Okay, what year are you in school?
Class of 2025.
Okay, so you're getting ready to graduate this year. So what does your future look like?
Military.
Military?
Yeah, like the Marines.
And are you going to be doing something in tech in the military?
No. So I was, but I had changed it to criminal justice. So I'm going out to try to be a lawyer at some point.
Not try, do.
Yeah, but like that's like I don't know. I have like a couple different plans I want to do. So I want to weigh my options out, and mechanical engineering is one of them.
Okay, so what advice would you give to other students who might be interested in mechanical engineering and want to attend a Tech Fest next year?
Focus. It's a lot of focus, and like this whole class, you really got to be into it. Because if you're not, you're going to get behind. It's not going to be worth it. Just keep on focus. Don't give up on what you're doing. That's pretty much it. It doesn't matter how hard it is.
Okay, I like that advice. What was your favorite part about being here at Tech Fest today?
Meeting new people.
Okay.
Like different backgrounds they have. You get to see like who's all out here. There's different STEM programs. Seeing the kids actually want to enjoy and engage what you're doing about.
Okay. I love your answers. Thank you for being here today, Tech Fest, and I wish you the greatest future ever. What's good, y'all? I'm back. I'm Shell here with CCN, and we are here at Tech Fest Live with my friend.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Tinun-Batz.
Okay, cool. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your age, grade.
So my name is Jennifer. I'm Hispanic. My parents are from Guatemala. I am 18 years old. I'm a current senior attending at Mammo High School doing EDD, which is Engineer and Design Problem Solution.
Okay, Manville is in the building. It's heavy, it's strong.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
what is your favorite part of being here? Like, why are you here?
This is like my first time, but like my first time coming here in the Rockets. I've always been invited, but I was like, I don't know if I should join or not join. But then they were like, you should join. Like, it's once in a lifetime. So I was like, I should just come. And then being here, it's really nice being here. You can like interact with other different students. Everyone has like a different interest and all those kinds of stuff.
It's exciting. It's exciting. So with your school here, how is it with the support?
Everyone is really supportive. Everyone has like a different mindset. They have like their own good different pathways, and I just like how everyone is really positive and how everyone is wanting to be successful in life after they're done with high school.
So what are your future plans? Are you going to be still in STEM? Are you still going to be in tech?
Of course, I will. After high school, I will be going to Houston Christian University. I got a full ride scholarship.
Congratulations!
Thank you. I'll be majoring in computer science. Hopefully, I'll be majoring in computer science, and after that, I'm pretty sure I might get an internship. And yeah, that's how life will go.
That sounds great. So congratulations again.
Thank you.
And what is your favorite part of being here?
That is a great question. I really have no idea. I just really like experiencing, trying out new different things.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like a type of girl who just stays at home and not just focus on studying and all that, and just being outside and learning new things. It's just, for me, it's really different.
Okay, well, with that in mind, what solid advice do you follow through with your high school journey?
So I follow my parents' advice and my grandparents. My grandparents are not here anymore, but they always told me to continue. Never give up on your dreams. Always have a set and always finish your destination, and that is something that I will continue doing it, and I'm really proud because my grandparents are over there. They're in heaven now, and I am so grateful for them that I am able to finish this goal, and I'm still able to continue and make more dreams and goals.
And you are doing that. You are making a change within yourself and within your legacy. So I'm excited for your journey.
Thank you.
And the last thing I ask is give a shout out. Like, what do you want to like give thanks to?
I want to give a shout out to my parents for supporting me since middle school and high school, and I'm still going to be proud of them for who they are, and I want to be proud of myself for who I am right now. So thank you so much to my parents, and I love you so much.
All right, y'all, we are back. I am Shell here with CCN, and we are here at Tech Fest Live at a familiar name. Now we're putting it with the face. You've been hearing it all day. Mr. Smith, Manville High School. Shout out, what's up? Talk to us.
How we doing the world? Hey, blessed and highly favored. Just excited about being here. Amazing event. You guys, Tech Fest Live is doing an amazing job with facilitating this event. A lot of schools are here. We have a lot of vendors. The network is amazing. So I'm super excited about what the students are doing and what you guys are doing as well.
Okay, so my question is, how do you feel about the impact that you are exhibiting with these kids? Like, it's been so amazing. How do you feel about that?
Well, I'll tell you this, being a teacher is definitely a calling. It's not for everybody. So the change that we want to see kind of begins with us and what we pour into. So these students, when I look at them, I tell them all the time, I'm going to pour into them without what's pouring into me. So our parents can afford us to come to places like this, and been raised up in the Southwest Houston area and A-League, Texas. So I just wanted to afford the opportunity for these kids to do something that I wish I had, and that's that exposure into the STEM world, and also being able to even go to a Rockets game tonight is an amazing experience for them.
Listen, a 2-for-1. That's what we're doing here. So what is your connection with tech? What's your connection with STEM?
Yeah, with STEM. So I've been, before I was a teacher, back in 2000, I was actually at the Department of Navy, the Department of Defense and the Navy. I was a contract specialist as well as a program analyst. I worked with the avionics department, 4.5 avionics department in Maryland. Also did that for 10 years. I was a contract specialist. Then in 2014, God called my wife and I to come out here to the Houston area, and she's a mathematician at the same high school I'm at. I'm an engineer. I'm a business major, but I teach engineering, certified at it through University of Texas, and the different programs we have for the engineering programs. But anyways, 10 years there at Manville High School, doing some amazing things at the campus with the different clubs. We're currently teaching three engineering classes, certified in 5 of them, but it's all about pouring into these kids, important thing.
Well, that is an amazing story, and I believe love and tech goes hand in hand.
Yes, right.
So how are you feeling about today? Like, what's been your experience with these kids in this event?
Yeah, so this is not our first time coming here. Every year I had a chance to get with one of the coordinators, Miss Elizabeth Lloyd. She's one of the senior marketing directors here. So over the years we had a chance to come. So this time I can tell you this, with Tech Fest Live and some of you guys here, the experience has been amazing. I went to some of the other vendors, the underwater robotics. I'm looking at some of this, the Prairie View A&M representation.
PV.
I'm seeing a lot of the representation across the banks and the diversity of schools, which is pretty amazing. So that's been different from the past. I love the structure. You have the Group A and the Group B, so the organization of it makes it more seamless and more easy for us to get in and out to really serve all these participants that's here. So the organization factor would be definitely a key factor that's different this year.
Well, that's what's up. So what is one solid piece of advice that you want to tell these kids today on their future when it comes to STEM?
Yeah. Well, being a teacher, I always talk to my students. I'm big on character and integrity. So I tell the kids all the time, like, whatever you do, just do it, with character and integrity, knowing that somebody's always watching, no matter what. Don't let nobody tell you what you cannot do. Let that be a fire for you, So go out there, be ambitious. You know your goals, you know your vision, you know your strong suits, right? So go ahead and pursue those things that you're passionate about. Don't follow money, follow purpose. So chase purpose, and you know how the resources and things to follow that. So that's one thing I can tell the students.
Well, we appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time out. It was tough getting them here, but we have them here, y'all. We have them here. So we just going to leave it out with just giving a shout out. Like, what is one final piece of thing that you want to say with us today?
Yeah. Just thank y'all for coming out as well, serving us and being amazing vendors. And man, what y'all doing here is amazing. The kids are super excited about what y'all are doing, what we're doing in their future. So I thank y'all for being a blessing. And y'all blessed to be a blessing to us. So thank you.
Thank you. So we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hey, we're good.
All right, y'all. As you see, it's a wrap here at Tech Fest Live Pro Day at the Toyota Center. It's been a pleasure to do media coverage. Khalil, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. The students loved it. The exhibitors were great. The speakers were great. The CCN team was great. It was an amazing time being here for our first STEM Go Pro Day with the Houston Rockets at the Toyota Center. I hope everyone enjoyed, and really the main goal is just to get more students involved in technology, right? How do we get them really understanding that the world of technology is here for them, and how do we get them access to technology? So really proud about the turnout, and just hope the students had an amazing time.
All right, there you have it. Catch us on the next episode of CC Go. Peace.